week's edition, we're talking about the animation industry in Africa. And later on, we'll feature 2 Ghanaian restaurant owners who are giving other restaurant owners a run for their money. Hello, good people. I am Stella Monica Mpande. Bi-weekly, we strive to bring you stories that inspire, empower, engage, and motivate young emerging African entrepreneurs using innovative brilliance as well as technology into action. The animation industry in Africa is still in its infancy. There are very few animated TV series or 3D movies originating from the continent. However, the growing demand for locally produced content is bringing about change. Solomon Jagwe, a Ugandan-American animator and 3D graphics artist, is leading the way. Our reporter, Paul Ndiho, has our report.
Solomon Jagwe is one of Uganda's most sought-after animators. He is the producer and creative director of the hit animated TV series Adventures of Nkoza, Nancha and Galiwango, an animated 3D film that has gone viral on social media.
The current project that I'm working on right now is the Adventures of Nkoza and Nancha, and I'm also part-time. I'm working on Galiwango. It has to do with the wildlife conservation and the challenges that the mountain gorillas in the ranges are enduring right now in East Africa. But what's really exciting is Nkoza and Nancha coming to life, and I'm so excited that the characters have been created, the environments are almost done, and so now I'm ready to share it with the world.
Jagwe says he wants to create content that young children in Uganda or elsewhere in Africa can relate to.
He's a playful father with our children, and I think that is where the characters get their playfulness. He observes our children, and the interactions that they share together, they somehow turn into these glorious adventures in real life and on paper with Nkoza and Nancha.
Jagwe hopes to take advantage of what experts say is untapped market opportunity in the region.
Some of the things that I do include creating content for video games. I create vehicles and planes and things like that, and depending on what the client approaches me and asks me to do, but I do illustrations for comic books. I do characters for like game level.
With a keen interest in animation, 3D graphic design and web development, the Ugandan-born Jagwe says the industry is without its difficulties, especially as he's trying to make his mark in a burgeoning industry.
One of the major challenges that I'm having to deal with is how long the animations take to render. At 30 frames per second, 1280 by 720, the size of the screen at which I'm rendering the animation, it can take a long time. So you have to invest in the computers, you have to invest in memory and the graphics card, and the character animation is also very intense. So you have to be true to the voice acting, you have to spend time cleaning up the animation. And because I'm pretty much a one-man team, I have to do a lot of the character animation, the environment design, the lighting and the rendering. All those things build up after time. So often you find me up until like 3 a.m. In the morning.
Solomon Jagwe began the production of Adventures of Nkoza and Nancha nearly 2 years ago, taking on an intricate process.
The process is that first I sketch the character, then prepare the 3D model, then I assign a skeleton. The skeleton enables me to move the character, animate the character in 3D space. The knees automatically bend down and up.
Besides creating animated TV series,
and the hands,
he's also an avid painter and looks to donate his paintings for social causes. The animation industry is booming, and television broadcasting houses are looking for originally produced local content. Industry analysts say that for budding animators on the continent, the sky is the limit because the broadcasting houses are always yearning for local content.
And this is helping me.
Traveling from the east to the west, a 3D animated TV series may seem long overdue for an entertainment industry as robust as Nigeria's. Since the launch last year of The O-Twins, a sitcom about a nuclear family living in the sprawling commercial city Lagos has generated a lot of buzz. Once again, Africa Innovation and Technology reporter Paul Ndiho has our report.
A homegrown 3D animated TV series may seem long overdue for an entertainment industry as robust as Nigeria's Nollywood. But thanks to the animated The O-Twins, a sitcom about a family living in the commercial capital, Lagos. The genre is now attracting attention. Timmy, Tammy, mom and dad make up a modern middle-class Nigerian family. 13-year-old Timmy and Tammy are twins who exhibit a typical sibling rivalry, to the irritation of their traffic-exhausted parents. Michael Akindele, the creator of the show, says the concept was born out of a need to portray real life in the country's most popular city.
And I wanted to create something that was original, that they could sort of see themselves on screen, and at the same time it was different, it was Nigerian, but at the same time still funny, comedy, and the idea about it is that it's like bringing families back together.
With a keen interest in multimedia, graphics, and web development, the American-born Akindele returned home to make his mark. He began the production of the O-Twins nearly 6 years ago, taking on an intricate process that involved drawing images on paper, scanning them, and turning them into digital rendition.
We've literally taken this teaser that we've created and shopped it around. We've sat down with the likes, with studios in the States, with TV stations here locally, and we've received a lot of feedback to improve the show and make it better.
The status of the animation business varies on the continent. South Africa and Egypt have established industries compared to other African nations. Nigerian-born Dami Sombowali and a 2015 yearly fellow observes that unlike the thriving Nollywood film industry, which generates an impressive $590 million annually, animation is relatively unestablished. But she hopes to change this narrative.
One of my passions is for the animation industry in Nigeria and in Africa as a whole. I'm very passionate about it, and I believe in its power to be able to engage a lot of young people. And I think going back, one of the things I'm going to be doing is seeing how we can get more people into this industry.
Ms. Sobowali says the challenges facing animators in Nigeria vary depending on the location. In many parts of the country, barriers include a lack of training facilities and institutions that offer animation courses, and an economic situation that makes it difficult and expensive to buy equipment and software.
Skills are still not readily available on the continent, so one of the things I'm going to be doing, in addition to the studio that I already run, is setting up an animation school to see how I can engage more young people to learn the skills and also get workable skills that they can be employed with, and then we'll see how we can kickstart this industry.
Some analysts say if the success of Nollywood is anything to go by, Nigeria's animation industry has great growth potential.
Still to come on the Africa Innovation and Technology channel, Ghanaian restaurants are giving other restaurants a run for their money. We'll take a short break, but before we go, we want to know what you think about the Africa Innovation and Technology channel and the stories that we cover. Join the conversation on Twitter and Facebook. And you can also check us out on our YouTube channel. Ghana Innovation and Technology Channel, a show where we strive to bring you stories that inspire, empower, engage, and motivate young emerging African entrepreneurs using innovative brilliance as well as technology into action. Let us redefine customer service for just a minute. Once upon a time, you were an airline that used to be in the business of flying the world to and from Ghana, allowing people to experience great cuisines and life experiences wherever they traveled. Sadly, as an airline, you became defunct. So what do? What you do not do is vanish and disappear. No. What you do is you still serve your customers who have a taste for that in-flight experience, literally. Ladies and gentlemen, the country's defunct airline, Ghana Airways, is now a restaurant. Paul Ndiho, would you please share your in-flight experience with us?
As the saying goes, one man's trash is another man's treasure. In this particular case, that statement could not be truer. Once upon a time, this was Ghana Airways. But now, this national treasure has been turned into the state-of-the-art Latente DC-10 restaurant. Is one of the premier restaurants in Accra, Ghana, where locals and tourists come to taste authentic Ghanaian dishes. Restaurant owner Vivian Awu-Brom is credited for coming up with this innovative idea after she outbid other contenders with different ideas.
I mean, it was tough. You have to do the technical bid and then the financial bid. So when putting everything, my artistic impression of the way the restaurant will look like, and then the financials, how much you'll be making from the restaurant, the events and all that brought me up to win this bid.
Located opposite the Marina Shopping Mall near Ghana's International Airport, the restaurant is attracting a lot of clients. There is also no need to worry about Accra's hot and humid climate. The restaurant is fully air-conditioned with a unique ambience that reflects the Latente brand. It has a seating capacity of 118, plus features a live DJ.
The expectations are high. We are doing African dishes, we needed to put some international twist to it to make it up there, not like the local dishes that are made in our local restaurants. So you have variety of dishes and the ambience, and like you can see today, the ambience and the food, the services just on point, and people like it. So they recommend people to come here a lot.
The eatery is where many locals get their first taste of what it's like to dine on an airplane. John Michael is among a group of 25 people who are visiting from outside the country.
I'm here with my family, and we enjoy the environment, and we enjoy the plane, restaurant plane. It's very good.
What would you say about the food?
Very good, very good. I like it. It's like at home. Yes.
Raymond Baba is another customer who shares the same sentiment.
I heard of this place, and today I want to discover it myself.
Paul says he had previously used Ghana Airways countless times, about 15 years ago. But today he brought his family for dinner.
People will think that, no, this plane cannot fly anymore. So when we are flying, sometimes like Lebanon to Ghana, it is just something that people will come and stand by just to see how this plane will take off.
The chairs and tables have been redesigned to meet the high operational standards with separate washrooms for male and female customers. Sefako Gibum manages the restaurant.
We have to welcome our customers, let them feel at home so that they can even sit down, relax and eat.
The Latente DC-10 restaurant has great gardens for outside catering, parties and wedding receptions.
So if you happen to be in the Ghanaian capital and have never flown on a plane, you can check out this restaurant and talk to people later about what it's like to eat on a plane. No one has to know the truth. Still in Ghana, and on the topic of food, authentic Ghanaian food that is, you may share something in common with Joseph Kone Mensah, founder and owner of Ultimate Bar and Restaurant in Teshi, Accra, Ghana. He is a chef whose passion for making local and continental dishes has earned him the title of Best Chef in Town, Paul, feed our palate.
Ghana has a rich culture, one that it has managed to hold on for centuries. This culture is reflected in Ghanaian cuisine. It features traditional dishes from each ethnic group, tribe and clan. Most Ghanaian dishes are comprised of a starchy portion and a sauce of fish, goat meat or beef stew. This trendy event is evident at the Ultimate Bar and Restaurant.
We operate every day, Monday to Sunday. Our main dishes are local, continental, and Chinese. With the local, we have our local dishes known as fufu, banku, everything local that Ghanaians eat.
Founded nearly 7 years ago by Joseph Kony Mensah, this restaurant is now generating a buzz for its great food and attracting hundreds of people every day and weekend for live music. Now, Mensah is expanding his brand. He recently acquired a custom mobile kitchen that caters for outside catering, parties, and wedding receptions.
We have grilled chicken, and fried rice, jollof, ultimate special rice. But among all, the chicken sauce or beef sauce move faster.
His ambition to own a restaurant started when he was a young man. He mastered his craft in London and the US, where he worked in different kitchens before he moved back to his native country to launch the Ultimate Bar and Restaurant.
I started small, but as time moved on, I leased the land, the place that I was doing. My time got closer, so I moved into my own house.
Customers here are spoiled for choice, sampling everything from banku and everything local Ghanaians eat. Assistant Chef Benjamin likes preparing fried rice and pizza.
If I have my leisure time, I move around to work with small people to train them, for them to also to become like me, because it's through him before I also become like this.
Monica Anawi has been working here since the restaurant opened. Her specialty is making traditional foods like okra stew. She says that she enjoys bringing a smile to people's faces.
People can say, oh, your food is nice, it's very tasty. Then when they say that about you, you feel good, you feel proud. The next time, you make sure you do the way you did it first, they didn't complain about it.
The Ultimate Bar and Restaurant employs more than 30 full-time workers and has positioned itself as the best place to work for in the area. Experts say the eatery has the potential to grow beyond Accra and spread to other cities, hungry for a real taste of Ghanaian cuisine.
Well, on that note, do you think you have a better idea? Or have you created something that everyone is talking about? And would you like to be featured on this show? Please send us your video clips and tell us which country you are from and how your innovation is impacting your community. Well, that is our show today. Be sure to watch the Africa Innovation and Technology channel online every 2 weeks. And remember, check us out on our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. For now, so long from Washington, D.C.